What's up guys, Mikhail here. When it comes to being successful, there's a lot of theories for what makes someone outcompete somebody else. And one of those theories is that the habits that a person practices on a daily basis is what makes the difference between somebody who is successful or somebody who is not successful. So today I want to share with you 5 habits of highly successful people. This is by no means a comprehensive list. This is just something that every single successful person in my life that I know follows all 5 of these. So I want to take a moment, synthesize them down for you and share them with you today. The first one is really simple. How you start your day really matters, because the first 15, 30, an hour of your day is gonna set the tone for the rest of the day. You know, I don't really know that many successful people that wake up and have a shot of whiskey in the morning. So I'm sure maybe there are some people, but I certainly don't know of them. Right? Versus I know plenty of successful people that wake up and do a morning meditation, hit the gym, or dive straight into work. Again, productivity is contagious and productivity builds on itself exponentially to create momentum. So the way you start your day really matters. You watching this right now, what are the first 30 minutes of your day? If you don't have them laid out with productivity built in, you're already missing the most critical part. And I know that might sound redundant to some people, but just try this. Plan out the first 2 hours of your day, just the first 2 hours. So if you wake up at 6 in the morning, from 6 to 8, put stuff in there that's gonna be turbocharged. There's going to be things that are important for you and moving you forward, and see what happens with the rest of your day. That is my challenge for you if you think this is too simple. Number 2, the second thing that successful people have in common, they have a clear purpose. They are clear on a vision. They understand their purpose for being on earth, for existing. They have a mission statement behind what they want to do or they want to accomplish with their life. And I think imagination is something that is so important. We start with it, we're kids, we start with it. We're so imaginative, we're playing with toys, we're building worlds, and yet somewhere we are told to not build worlds. Like, you ever play with Legos? Building a world that doesn't exist just from your imagination or the fun of it. That's what entrepreneurship is all about, and every successful person has a clear purpose to why they're here, which allows them to build those worlds without being apologetic. Boom. Number 3, they know what to do. They know what to do. And this is a concept called learned helplessness that so many people have. It's like they'll take on a project, like, okay, build a landing page, write an email automation, and set up a Facebook ads conversion. And the first reaction that they have is, I don't know how to do that. But there's a big difference between that mentality and the mindset of a successful person. A successful person is like, I got 3 things I got to figure out. How to build a landing page on ClickFunnels. Okay. They spend 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours learning it. And sure, there might be some things that will still stand out from a beginner to a highly competent person. Of course, that's what competency is all about. But the successful person has now solved, within a day or two, has now solved one of those 3 problems. Whereas the unsuccessful person is still telling themselves, I don't know what to do. I have never, ever heard a successful person say that. Because if I don't know what to do, like, I don't know petroleum or how to extract petroleum, I'm not gonna say I don't know, like if you put my life's mission behind that, we would figure that out, right? Or any other problem that entrepreneurs face on a daily basis. Like, the core ethos of an entrepreneur or a successful individual is that they are able to solve problems quickly. And this is the biggest differentiator. So if you ever found yourself saying, hey, I don't know what to do, much less, by the way, I don't know what to do with my life. If you're like, hey, I don't know what to do with my life, like, go on a spiritual journey, do whatever it takes so that you can get clarity on what you want to accomplish with the time that you have on this earth, because it's ticking by every single minute. And you sitting there in uncertainty is actually just an addiction that allows you to not take action on what you should be taking action on. So get out of like that self-justification of this I don't know what to do hypothesis, and then put yourself into a position of power. Say, I know what to do, or I trust myself enough where if I'm in a position where I don't have all the information, I will find a way to get the necessary information that I need so I can move forward. And therefore, I will have now known what to do. Number 4, successful people work smarter, not harder. Work smarter, not harder. And this is something that I had to put up on my wall, which was delegation is not exploitation. I'm gonna say it one more time because it's such an important concept. Delegation is not exploitation. And this was a huge difference maker for me. When I first started, I was doing everything myself, late nights, just like beating myself up against the wall, going go, outperform. Personal performance, personal value, personal delivery. Like, if I make a promise to a client, we're gonna show up correct. And at the beginning, it was, I'm gonna show up correct. And there's a reason why we have that culture where we show up correct for you. We care about your business, because that's how I ran myself. But the problem was, I ran myself like that into the ground. Like, I was working extremely hard, and I had to realize, you know what, okay, there's gotta be a smarter way to make money. And so I had to flip the script. I had to say, you know what, delegation is not exploitation. It is perfectly fine if somebody does the job and I still get paid through that process, as long as I'm creating value along the way, as long as we're creating abundance along the way, as long long as we are growing the pie for everybody, that is actually a much more prosperous and much more high level paradigm to exist in versus I'm a hard worker, I'm building a great life for myself. Now you're not just building a great life for yourself, you're building a great life for your customer. You're building a great life for your team member, building a great life for your family, for all of their family. If there's something that an entrepreneur can do that is the highest level, I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I feel like being able to build a great life for everybody around you and help everybody grow is a core ethos of being a good human being, which in turn kind of puts you on the path of the light through life. Like, you know, some people are just like genuinely unlucky and you like wonder like, why are these people genuinely unlucky? And then you look at the way that they respond to life, and when something good happens, they don't appreciate it. But we also know people that are inherently lucky over and over and over again. And what happens whenever they get lucky? They're like, oh man, life is good. I thank you, life. Thank you, life. I appreciate you. Yes, go, 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 life. I appreciate you. Gratitude. Okay, so work smarter, not harder. And the fifth and final thing, how you end your day matters. Are you staying up until 2, 3 in the morning playing video games? No hard feelings. I've done it. If you guys think that like entrepreneurs are these like infallible people, we are only human. The only way to learn is through making these mistakes, which turn into lessons, which guide you along the way to make better decisions in the future, right? So how you end your day really matters. Are you up on your phone looking at social media? Like, think about this. If you're working hard on your business and you're maybe not where you want to be yet, but you feel like you're making good progress, and then you go on Instagram and you see somebody who's just totally crushing you, maybe even in your same industry, like you can't help but feel bad about yourself. And you might have had a really great idea for something to do 30 minutes ago. You might say, oh, you know what, tomorrow we're gonna wake up, we're gonna do this. But then you went on social media and you saw somebody and oh man, like, whew, like, and now you're waking up heavy. You're comparing yourself to other people. So find a way to end your day in a way that's congruent. So that's the video, 5 habits of successful people. Again, how you start your day matters. Have a clear vision for your life and the lives of those around you. Know what to do. Don't get trapped in, learned helplessness of thinking you don't somehow have the ability to figure out whatever it is that you need to figure out. And number 4 is work smarter, not harder. Don't be afraid to bring other people into the ecosystem and create wealth for them as well. It's not all about you. We are just specks on this little planet. It's not all about us. We think it is because we see the world through our internal perception of ourselves, and then we see in the mirror we can self-associate. But that's really all that there is to that. It's not all about you. There's a much bigger game that's being played around you. And number 5 is how you end your day matters. Find that time to wind down so you can get that clarity of thought. I kind of view this as the ping pong balls and the mosquito. So this will be the last little bit here. Okay, so whenever you have a thought of like, okay, I need to do this, 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 you're putting your to-do list together. Build a website, and it grows pretty fast. If you're a driven entrepreneur, you probably have 400, 500 things right now on your list. You know, if you're a beginner, you might have 10, 15. And if you're a total slacker, you might have nothing on your to-do list, which is shocking. And so what ends up happening is you put all these things and then they become like mosquitoes, like they kind of start bugging you. And so you have all these things and then an idea gets through and then it becomes a ping pong ball. It's like a mosquito like flies into your head and becomes this like ping pong ball inside your head. And it's bouncing around, I gotta call that person, I gotta call that person, right? We've all had that. Yes, we absolutely have, right? And then you're like, okay, a second to-do list, urgent, call that person, and you kind of like take that out. So the way I visualize it is mosquitoes and ping pong balls. And what you wanna do is you wanna visualize it in the back of your head, there's like a cliff, and you kind of are sweeping all the thoughts down and you're creating a force field to push the mosquitoes out. Because then what happens is when you go to bed, instead of going to sleep inside a field of mosquitoes and ping pong balls, you're clear. You have empty space. And the mind is most imaginative when you're asleep. You ever have that where you wake up from a dream, like, that was real. That was 100% real. Where's that world? I want to be put back there, right? But no, you created it. Whether or not it's real is like quantum stuff, guys. We're not going to get into that in this video, okay? But it's real. It's real to you. So you want to give your mind at the end of the day that space to be able to create. Because believe it or not, through lucidity, you can actually have your mind formulate advanced solutions to complex problems overnight. Things that you might spool for like weeks, months, or years over consciously, the subconscious is able to solve in a much faster manner. And it will give you the answer. And we've all had that where we wake up and we kind of just know what to do. That's the reason behind that. So hope you enjoyed this video, the 5 habits of highly successful people. This has been Mikhail. I will see you in the next one.